Man, I can't watch this nigga Harry, man. This nigga's just too cold, bruh. My eyes aren't worthy. Like, I just can't. This nigga's too cold.
You know what time it is. I'm back, baby. It's time for the Shaw's Love Podcast. You know who I am and what I do. Rob Shaw, aka the Pod God, aka Harry Potter. And it's been a while, so I did what any smart person would do. I punched in a cheat code. I started a website. I wrote a Justin Robinson article, damn near broke the website. The website literally emailed me and said, "Hey, you have a lot of traffic. Is this normal?" When I decided I want to start doing interviews, they made me do one for school. They were like, "You have to get an athlete." Punched in the cheat code again, went back to the well. "Yo, Just, I need this for school. You could help me out." Turns out that I love interviewing. Like, you were the first one, and that was really there. So, ladies and gentlemen, Monmouth, oh, 3-time, first time All MAC, player of the year, 2 Gs at the D1 level. Lou Henson finally, like, y'all know my boy's resume, Justin Robinson. What up?
Boy, big bro, what's goody? What's the word?
Man, so, like, I'm gonna just call a spade. I called you a couple weeks ago and was like, "Do we have beef?" Like, I thought that me and you had like a significant issue between us, and that's weird because we go back. So I was like, "Dang, we got a problem. That's crazy." But like, I'm a real nigga. I'm gonna just call the person I have a problem with. So I called you. "Yo, Justin, is there an issue between us?" And you were a little confused, I would say, right?
Very confused, very confused.
But so was I. That's how I felt. I felt hurt because since you graduated, I have been, there might be other people, but I damn sure know I'm on the bus somewhere leading the Justin Robinson needs to play in the TBT during the summer bandwagon. I'm on the bus. I'd assume I'm driving it, but maybe there's somebody else who's been on you more than me. Like maybe Sparks.
You definitely driving the bus. Sparks might be in the passenger seat though.
So when I opened up Facebook and I saw the Syracuse roster, like I was like, that's probably our Justin. But then I was like, well, there was a Justin Robinson that played at Virginia. That'd be weird for him to play, but you know what? I'm gonna just go directly to the website. So I go to the website. It's a picture of you. They're lying off rip and said you were 5'10". I said, oh, they're just gonna lie right to my face. So then I called you like, yo, what's good? And you were like, yo, it just happened. I don't even know how you knew. So walk us through how you got into the tournament and how you got with the Syracuse alumni team.
So every summer I get asked, every single summer without fail. It never fails. I always get asked. I've turned it down just because the seasons in Europe be so long. I'm already away from the family, away from the house. So when I get to summertime, like if I'm hooping, I'll try to keep it local. But last couple of years, last 2 years actually, I got a connection with Boeheim's Army, and my boy was like, "Yo, we might need a guard, be on standby." And the last 2 years, it kind of just like folded under the table. And this year, it hit me. It was like, "Yo, be ready. I need your information in like 45 minutes." I was like, "Damn, bro, I'm a little busy right now, but I mean, I guess I can make it work." Do some good incentives in there. So made it happen.
All right. So who's your connection on the Boeheims? Like, who's the alumni that's like, yo, I know he's really not from Syracuse, but he's a New York guy. This my man. He could really play. Like, who's the plug?
So Sean Belby, he's from the Jersey Shore. He was a walk-on there for 4 years up in Syracuse. He's from the Jersey Shore, so he knows like my wife's family. We link up in the summertime every now and again. And he was actually on the team when we played up there in Syracuse, so he knows the body of work, knows the resume. He's from the Monmouth area. You're not gonna find many point guards in the area better than I. So he was like, no, let's make it happen.
Yo, y'all hear our boy talking his talk because he tried to keep it low key professional, and then lost it because he was like, because you wanted to say he knows my body. You didn't want to say he knows my body. Where you wanted to say, look, man, he been seeing me in that Jersey Shore summer league. He saw me when I was at mom. Like he knows the res.
He knows what's up. He knows what's up.
Nah, but also congrats on the Hall of Fame in the Jersey Shore Summer League.
Appreciate you, brother, man. Actually got a game tonight, 8:30. Gonna
All
go
right,
get
so
busy.
you get the call. It's like, I need your info in 45 minutes. You give the info. What's the next step?
Can you get here in 48 hours?
Where is here and where are you in relation to here?
I was in Jersey. He was like, "Can you get the queue up in 48 hours?" So get on Priceline, look up the quickest flights, and get on the plane because I wasn't making the push to go drive and then play. Um, so I was like, I was just look on the flights and send them the flight info. I was like, hey, get you from the airport at this time and touch down and get to work.
All right, you're doing me a favor by coming on the pod, but I'm actually going to do you a favor right now.
Chat to me.
Where did you guys play?
You played in Syracuse.
Explain why, because you know where you're from,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that we can all read. So
Yep.
the court is reading Siena.
Mm-hmm. I got a lot of questions. Everybody, yo, you said you was up in Q's.
And okay, so I'm giving you a chance to explain that because I'm not the only one that was mad at you. Like locally, we were heated because we would pull up for you. Like if it's an hour away, we would pull up. So I'm giving you a chance to explain how the tournament blundered or whatever, but I just want you to be able to clear your name.
So to this minute, I have no idea why they chose the Sienna floor. When we were literally 10 minutes from the dome, like they could have easily just used the Syracuse floor because the Syracuse floor is not boarded to the ground. It pulls up because they play on the football field. So I don't know why they didn't do that, but they chose not to. Maybe because it would have gave Behar's Army a more of an advantage. I don't know, but they used the Sienna floor. Um, Made me feel a little good because I could get a win on the Sienna floor again because my last interaction with that floor wasn't so great. Um, but yeah, I have no idea why they chose the Sienna floor. It made no sense to me because it's not like it's a close drive. Like
No, it's a ride, but like
it's
I
a little
said,
push. It's a little
I thought
push.
me and you were in beef. And then I thought the beef was over when you gave me I play in Syracuse on Monday at 7 information. Beef is over. Oh man, I saw that floor that looked like Times Union. I said it's beef all over again. He knows I would have drove the hour up there. Now it's beef all over again.
Now everybody here was like, "Yo, I thought you said you was in Syracuse." I said, "I can read a sign. I know where I'm at." Like I don't know why they chose this floor. Ask them people.
Nah, but I just wanted to give you a chance to clear your name because locally we was hot. We was like I had some theories. I was like, maybe he did just tell me that he just got with them. Maybe he doesn't know his role in the rotation. He don't want like the whole hood pulling up and he playing 6 minutes. I was like, he never really been a 6 minute dude, but maybe that's why he told us it was Cuse and not Albany. like just theories. I was like, he never really been a 6 minute dude. Like, and if he played 6 minutes, I would have loved to see 6 minutes of Justin in Albany. I still would have went. He should have just told me. So you get up to Cuse, and you guys have your first game. Have you guys practiced or?
So they did when I was on the flight. They was in practice. It was up there running, playing pickup and stuff like that. So when I got there, I was just a fresh body, but a couple of them already knew me, so they knew what time it was. Just a matter of getting on the floor.
All right. So you come in the first game and immediately do some things like there's another guard and he's sort of harassing you on the first possession. Like he might not know. Like he looked like he thought I can force a turnover here. And you kind of drive through him, draw a foul. And you guys started really slow that game. and like you really did just pick up the tempo. You drew a foul, you had the and one. The scoop layup, was that on purpose?
Of course.
Like, oh, if I'm gonna get a bucket here, let me go with the signature.
Let's go right to it. Get right to it. But
So
nah, little bro knows me though. That's Joel Santana's nephew. That's Young
okay,
John.
so who was your coach?
Ryan Blackwell.
Ryan Blackwell was playing no games with him. It
Nah,
was
nah, we was right
immediate.
to it. We was right
He
to it.
checked in, and like when you guys went head hunting for him, like, oh, this is where he is. You set the screen, get the switch. Like it was bad. Like he made like a tough runner at the end of the third that might have made him feel good, but like anybody watching was like, wow, they have hunted him consistently from the minute he got in, and they didn't hunt you like that. But also watching your physical profile and his, you're physically stockier than he is. He might have been a little bit taller than you, but he's like tall and long, while you were like almost like a fire hydrant. It was, I probably wouldn't try and post him, but you guys just attacked him.
Oh yeah, we're right to it. Right to it. We're not coming up here for no games. We getting out this round, and we're gonna move on to the next. But they tried to post me up on the other end, but like I know a bunch of those guys, they're all New York City guys, and it just doesn't work.
All
Not
right, so all right, so you guys win that one. Who was the so you got to know some players that you probably didn't know. Who really surprised you on your team? Like you know all these dudes go hoop, but who were you like? Oh, he's better than I thought.
well, of course, the boy Grant Riller. Boy gets to it. I watched him a little bit in college, but you think like mid major, like they just play up tempo, they run and gun. Of course, you're gonna get a lot of shots up, get a lot of points, but Grant Riller can really go. That boy can get to it.
He was tough. Now,
Yeah,
what's it? Is he an alum from Cuse?
no, he went to college Charleston.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he went to Charleston. Um,
So that was like that. It was dope seeing you. Is that the first time you've played back in America, like outside of like summer leagues and stuff? Is that the first time since
yeah, that's
summer
the first
league?
time since like pro-ams and stuff like that. But that's the first time like under like a real whistle. Um, so it was cool. Just figured like they throw me in the lob. Why not just take the opportunity to go hoop?
Will we be seeing you in it again?
Um, highly likely.
Good, good.
Highly likely.
So you're like a 5-year pro at this point.
Yo, I'm going into year 7, which is crazy.
So you're a half decade plus in. What did the TBT's competition feel like? Was it closer to what you've done overseas? Was it closer to Monmouth? Was it a mix? Like, where would you rate that competition?
Um, kind of like in the middle. I mean, we played 4 games, and 3 of the games was mostly pros, like dudes I played against, dudes I've seen play, and so it was pretty much the same. But you take the opportunity to get them on some different soil, put them under a different light. You really see who's about it and who's not.
And how did you feel about your performance?
I did all right. I did all right. The first time in it. Didn't practice, didn't play with the guys yet. Come off the bench, just come in and be productive in my opportunities. I think I led the team in assists, like 5th on the team in minutes, 6th on the team in minutes. I'd say 4th or 5th in scoring, like last in turnovers.
It was a good summer.
It's very solid summer.
All right. And who was the toughest dude you guys played against?
Of course, John Elmore.
Connor Maish.
Listen,
He's
John,
just a dude that
John gets
doesn't
to
look
it.
like he's supposed to kill you. And then he does.
No, and then he does. And every single bot, every person, it doesn't matter who you are, he's going to kill you. He's going to. At some point during the game. It might happen early, it might happen late. And then when he's going to let you know about it.
Wait, he's a talker?
Oh, he talks big shit. That's what makes it even funnier. Is he looks mad goofy. He's got a bad haircut. He talks big shit.
Now, he's not athletic by the standards of that competition, but would you say he's probably a surprising athlete, or is it just all
No,
skill?
he's not athletic at all. He's super skilled. He honestly probably wears boot cut Wrangler jeans in his off time. Uh,
But
he's
he's nice.
he's gonna when he puts on them shorts and sneakers, he's gonna fry you.
Nah, he's somebody that's really used the tournament to catapult his celebrity almost. Like every summer, I know that he's gonna be with the herd, and I'm gonna be saying, how is he getting these shots off? Like, forget making them. How is he getting them to the rim? And then the fact that they're going in is just he's taking advantage of the platform.
For sure. And I mean, he played with the herd. That's what he went to school at Marshall. Scored like 2,200, 700 plus assists. Like he's the man over there. So he's gonna do whatever he wants. He's one dribble across half. He's letting it fly. And if he buries it, he's gonna be in your ear the whole way down the other end of the floor.
All right. So where will you be this summer? I mean, this winter.
I'm currently in the middle of negotiations as we speak.
Okay, so we're waiting on that.
Yeah.
Are you? Would you do summer league again?
Situation would have to be right. Um, I'm not wasting 2 weeks in Vegas on the end of the bench.
Oh
Um,
yeah, you'd
I
want
don't
an opportunity.
I
That
don't
makes sense.
I don't need to play 40 minutes, but I need let me touch the floor. I mean, not be out there just getting splinters in the blistering heat for 2 weeks.
All right. You are now a father.
Crazy.
How has that changed you?
Added motivation. Definitely re relit the fuel, relit the fire. But it's cool, just watching him crawl around, wake up, smile, make mad strange noises. It's cool for real. It's probably the most rewarding thing that's ever happened in my life.
It's an amazing feeling, right?
Yeah.
Um, I think that's. Oh no. Where else are you playing besides Jersey Shore this summer?
Did Jersey Shore, did the TBT. I had a vet camp workout with the Jazz as soon as I got back. Um, other than that, I've just been home chilling. Home
Now,
chilling.
what's an event camp with the Jazz? Break that down for us uninformed.
So like it's like right before pre-draft, and then so they bring in like the vets, like they're interested in to maybe bring in for summer league, maybe bring in for potential two-way contracts, exhibit tens, yada yada yada. But it's invite only, obviously. And you come in, it was like maybe 30, 40 people. And depending on the team, you'll work out or you'll just go hoop. And they just want to get to know you as a person, get to see you up close and personal instead of just on film. And, just evaluate your game and your personality up close and personal.
All right, and that was, I'm sure, a fun experience.
Yeah, it was a good little 2-day experience.
All right, what is your favorite overseas memory, on and off the court?
Mm, it's a great question. On the court, a couple years ago when I was in Italy, we made it to like the championship and like the Italian Cup. It was the first time that team had done it in I want to say like 12 years. So that was cool. Um, let's see. I propelled us into the playoffs when I was in Germany, and I came out to Justin Robinson chants in the parking lot from the fans.
That must have been surreal.
That was super cool because they always say my name mad funny over there with a crazy accent. So it was cool to hear that. Been in some hostile environments, seen some flares in the stands.
So, is the overseas work? They always say that overseas the grind is so much harder than over here.
By a million.
Can you just break that down for us? Like me and Yosh have had this discussion 1,000 times, and I can already hear him cursing me out if I release this and don't ask you.
So over here, I played with Vince Edwards this past year, who was a draft pick. Played with the Rockets when James Harden, Chris Paul, Melo, and all them were over there. So he was telling us about his league experiences. I had Jawan Johnson on my team, who was known.
Purdue.
Yep, this past year. He was telling us about his league experiences, and he said they would literally walk into practice, sweatpants, slides, chains, earrings, walk around, maybe shoot some free throws, look at the scout report, and then go home. And then if you were like a young dude, you would work out, and regardless, you were done for the day by like 11 o'clock. Just this past year in Europe, we had 2 a days, twice a day, all year long. We were 9 a.m. to 12:30, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, skill work, lifting, go home, lunch, come back to the gym at 5 o'clock, 5-on-5, film, running up and down the floor all day and day.
All right.
And by November, I was ready to hang them up.
You're exhausted.
Physically, mentally, emotionally.
So what do you do for your body? Actually, I want to go through all three. Now, what do you do for your body physically to stay prepared?
I live in the cold tub. I've actually had to start stretching this past year, which is a big blow to the ego because I've
Are you a pre-stretch and post-workout stretch guy?
So I'm just pre-stretch now, but I feel in the coming years going to have to be both, which is a big blow to the ego because I was always just step on the floor and get right to it type of guy.
I yelled at Devon about that in Over 30 a couple of years ago.
These overseas seasons have been forcing me to get into the stretching thing.
All right. And what do you do
I live in the
mentally?
hot tub. Mentally, my wife keeps me in it, keeps me locked in a lot. This constant reassurance that this is what I do, this is what I love to do. When I'm not in the gym, I actually like disconnect away from basketball. I don't play 2K. I don't really watch much basketball unless like the team we play coming up is on, or I'm looking at like scouting reports. But other than that, I really do not watch basketball unless I see something on Instagram, like highlights and stuff like that. But when I'm over there, I disconnect as soon as I get out of the gym and just try and find another purpose for the day.
Hang on for 1 second.
Yep.
All right. My next question is there's a ton of debate, like just in basketball circles everywhere right now, about the different, how important are live game reps, like playing pickup, compared to just working out?
I very, very rarely work out on air. To me, it's unrealistic. Um, at least, especially for my game, like I'm always getting pestered by somebody. I'm seeing traps, double teams, different looks at defenses. So for me, doing moves on air and against cones doesn't really do anything for me anymore. I mean, when I was in middle school, high school, and a little bit in college, like it made sense because you're trying to perfect your craft, trying to get it down. But like once you're a pro, like I mean, the distance to the basket hasn't really changed. The rim doesn't move; it's still 10 feet. The ball still bounces up and down. I'd rather get live reps in and play against a defender because it's more realistic.
So just to clarify, you're not against working out. Like you're just not, you want a second player. So like you'll work out one-on-one and stuff. You just don't want to be in there working against the cone, the chair.
Wow. If I'm on air, I'm taking catch and shoot jumpers or shooting free throws. Like I'm not making a million dribble moves at cones and chairs and jumping over stuff, and I'm not doing none of the goofy antics. Like
If you're working out, you're working out with a partner in a competitive sense.
Yeah, and at the end of every workout, we're playing once. We're playing once.
Okay, so no, but that matters just because I just wanted to clear up. You're not saying pickup is the only way to get better. What you're saying is you can't be in there playing against stationary objects at that level. You need to be
pickup's not the only way to get better, but it's the best way to get better. Why if I can make 1,000 moves like Kyrie on a chair, but it doesn't work in front of another human, I mean, why am I doing it on air? I should be practicing against it on another human, because in the game it's going to be against another human.
And I'm perfectly okay with that. And I understand like some trainers make a point and say things like, hey, you're never gonna, when you play pickup, you might not be getting enough reps or enough shots, which is true.
That's on you.
But at the same time, it's also how you get a feel for the game. Like I've seen like some of these kids have a million moves, and I'm like, damn, you got 1,000 moves in this workout. And then you're like, wait, why didn't you just outlet it up to you? They have no feel for the game. They
Yeah,
can
can't make a backdoor cut, can't make a 45-degree cut to the basket. Don't know when.
no, they just know how to do the drill and what they've been taught. They're like almost like robots, and that's not the spirit of basketball.
No,
Basketball is almost art.
Yeah, you have to be able to read off the next man. You have to be able to make a decision in 2 seconds. You have to know what you're doing before the ball gets to you. Like on air, it's useless.
All right. Top 5 handles you've seen.
Like ever or in person?
In person, because like I've seen, but like it came up because you were on, and I was telling my girl, I was like, he's one of the 3 best ball handlers I've ever seen in real life. It's him, my boy Golden Thomas that I played with at Ulster, and Rachel Coffey. Like the 3 of you, I'm like, just not them on the island.
If we're going in person, I'm going Kyrie at 1, Rachel Coffey at 2, hood legend Jesse Caney at 3.
Jesse's a good one.
Um, um, who else had that ball on the string?
I've never seen him live, but your boy Jesse Jones can really handle
yeah,
it.
Jesse can get to it. Jerome Randall, handled by Randall on Instagram. If you don't know, just
From Cal.
take 10 minutes of your day.
No, from Cal. But he was he could shoot it. That dude plays.
Mm-hmm. But man, sham and cheese.
Really?
Sham and cheese sandwiches.
Oh man.
And then 5. Probably Tay Fish. I mean,
Tay really gets to it. I think you just lose it in like
because he can shoot the ball. Because he can shoot the ball. But like Tay probably should be higher on the list. I mean, you can't be a globetrotter without a handle on the ball.
And I've seen Tay put together fast combos.
Yeah, like
through the legs, double behind the back. It's a jumper.
Yeah, stand on that island if you want to.
It's a bad place to be.
You're gonna drown. You're gonna drown.
Do what you want, Gilligan. All right, I know you got a busy day ahead of you. You got anything else going on this summer? Anything you need to plug?
Nah, just getting ready to gear up for the season, find out where I'm going, continue into the dad life. Summer pro-am games tonight. Might go get a 60 ball.
The crazy thing is that really be happening with you out there.
And just go get a 60 ball just cause.
All right. And then plug your Instagram, but actually plug the Instagram that everybody really needs to follow. Your wife's, because it is gold. The Full Court Wife it's just a good IG.
For sure. At the Full Court Wife. You know, she takes time and really sits down and really maps out like what happens outside of the lines for everybody, like for the husband, the family, the kids, the wife. Like when you cross them waters, it's a different grind. And for anybody fortunate enough to go through it, it's a good place to be. You know that she really helps a lot of people. She gets questions all the time, and she really takes the time out of her day to make sure she answers everybody that asks her questions and for advice. So it's she'll always respond if you reach out. So Instagram at the Full Court Wife.
No, she was like that. It's just a good one. It's like a behind the scenes of not just what you're doing, but how it affects you and her and your family as a whole. It's a brilliant concept.
Yeah, she's looking for something to do, and we kind of kind of came up with it like together one day, and she said, "You know what? I'm gonna just dive in." You know, she hit the ground running with it. I think she struck a little bit of gold too.
She really did. Like, I'm happy for both of you guys. I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us.
I
It
already
was
know.
it was so fun getting to see you play on TV again. Like, we like the group chat lit up like, yo, Justin's on, let's go. Like, we were locked in. I told you we were all like, yo, we would have pulled up to Albany.
Facts.
So
That's a good little
TBT
push.
set you up. They set you up to get
Yeah,
you a couple more
aliens.
phone calls.
Yeah. As soon as I saw the court, I said they're gonna go crazy. They're gonna go crazy.
All right, bro. Thank you for your time. Guys, this has been Justin Robinson, aka Call Me Scoop,
You already know.
7-year pro, Monmouth legend, and now a TBT alum.
Yes, sir. Shaw's Law Pod. Stay locked in.
This has been the Shaw's Law Podcast, and like that, we out.